Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is part two of my love session. Welcome to all of you guys. If you have any questions, my assistant is here to answer them. I'm going to have some tea. And we will get back into it, okay? So the next person is Dino917. And Dino wants to know, you've been single for many years. You've been doing a lot of healing work on yourself, and you are wondering where you are at in your love journey and if you will meet someone. So it's really cool to hear that you have been doing all this healing work on yourself. And I do sense an energy of like readiness and a big change and like the end of this cycle of journey of healing and being single, kind of that hermit phase in your life. I sense that things are changing. So let's see what the tarot has to say, okay? So where are you at right now in your love journey? Oh, look at this. This is definitely like a card of endings. It's a really extreme looking card, but I love how it's the guardian. This is a message about being safe, about being protected. It's also a message about an initiation into a spiritual awakening. I definitely sense you needed to go through this healing because if you had attracted somebody before the healing, it just, you're going to attract somebody so much more amazing now. Someone that you have always been worthy of. Because remember that healing is simply revealing the truth that you're already healed, you're already whole, you're already complete. It's like getting back to the true you. And so I sense that. I sense your energy is shining, very vibrant and super attractive. And I don't think it's going to be long before you attract a new person in love. This You couldn't have attracted someone in the middle of all this because love can often be very distracting. Not in a bad way usually, but it can be very distracting sometimes. And so I'm sensing that yeah, you needed to let go of the whole relationship thing, of the dating thing, and get back to your true essence. Ooh, yes. Really bad heartbreak in the past. Like you mentioned, the healing. And I don't think it was just from love. I also think it's a lot of this did stem from what happened in your family. I'm kind of getting a picture of that. And I want to say I'm so sorry for what you went through there. You definitely did not deserve that. And you needed to be in the cave. You needed time to heal. You needed time alone. These cards are just reflecting back to you where you are in your healing journey. And doesn't this look really intense? But I think it's a beautiful message of how resilient you are, of how you really have flushed out these wounds. I just keep getting this message to tell you over and over, like, that you were not the one who was in the wrong. Like all this healing and stuff you were doing it's not your fault. There was nothing wrong with you. Really, it was just a bunch of crap that got projected onto you. So as you move forward today, know that you have a lot to offer. You're not carrying around that baggage anymore. You've separated yourself from that. I definitely see the cords have been cut. So here we go. Yep. New love. First love card we're getting for you is bam. Someone is definitely coming in for you. A new person's coming in your life. And I feel like for you, it's more about just getting the confidence to come at somebody again, to ask somebody out, to flirt a little bit, and to not worry that you're coming across weird, because I'm sensing like in the past or when you were going through a lot of this, you were worried, am I going to bring all this baggage to someone? I don't really have a lot to offer. But you've definitely changed your mindset. So I think mantras are really going to help you. Affirmations are going to help you. Say to yourself every day, or when you're getting ready to pump yourself up to walk across that room to talk to someone or to slide in those DMs or whatever, or to flirt with somebody, pump yourself up. Remind yourself, I am worthy of the love that I seek. I am healed, I am whole, I am complete, I have a lot to offer, I'm comfortable in my own skin, I'm a kind person, I'm a fun person, and embody those energies. I feel like you need to take that relaxed energy with you moving forward and start seeing dating as more of a way to just have fun and get to meet new people. Maybe you need to take the seriousness away from dating. Obviously, dating is all about trying to find a relationship, someone you can, partner with, maybe even spend the rest of your life with. But you got to take the pressure off and see it as more just a way to connect with people and have fun. It doesn't mean I'm recommending you go out and have casual relationships and have toxic karmic cycles with people. I'm talking more about the act of treating someone, taking them out, or allowing them to take you out. Just that very act of the first couple of dates, that's what you need to get past. You need to get used to dating a lot. Always being taking someone out on a date almost every weekend. I get that message for you that you need to take radical action. So you're going to be ready for that around 7 months from now. And are you guys starting to see a pattern? Those of you guys who've just been hanging out watching these readings, 6 or 7 months from now, this spring of 2021, there's going to be a huge shift in love. Everyone's going to be falling in love. And this could be, depending on where you live in the world, for some of you guys, this could also be fall instead of spring. But yes, a huge shift. And it seems like that energy comes in around April, May. This could have something to do with world events because I see by then that this whole pandemic thing has kind of rolled out by then, and people are feeling like they just want to get out and meet new people. This pandemic made a lot of people feel lonely. I think everyone's starting to feel more like they want to take risks because you had this time to sit inside with yourself. You're almost forced to sit with yourself and realize what it was that was missing from your life. Realizing that if you want to have love, if you want to have friendships, if you want to have connections, you can't just sit around and expect it to come to you. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So you have to change something up. You have to take those risks. And by taking those risks, I mean like radical action, like signing up for a class that seems fun. Maybe you like golfing or something. So you go sign up for golf and see if there's anybody there that you can make a new friend with, that you feel attracted to. And a lot of times friendship is going to be the key to dating because sometimes people can come along and be your wing person, your wingman, your wingwoman. A lot of times the main way that people meet is through friend of a friend, through like an extended like a person who's in your extended social group. If you don't even have a social group, it's going to be difficult. There's online dating. There's times have changed a little, but this is still the number one way that people meet in relationships. So expanding your social circle could be a really great place to start. You had all this time where you needed to protect your energy. And that is the message I got. And you did a really great job at that healing process you went through. You did such a great job at protecting your energy. But now you need to work hard at meeting new people so that you can practice having healthy boundaries. There's definitely a fear of meeting people because of you've been hurt so bad. And it's time to open up, meet new people, and realize you can protect yourself through having healthy boundaries. And so you're going to be practicing everything you've learned, everything you've healed. You're going to put it into practice through relationships and through connecting with new people. And this energy comes in for you in the spring. So as far as where you are, you're at the tail end of this process. And I think now would be a good time to just do self-care, maybe eat healthy, hit the gym, kind of get ready, Like if you knew you were going to meet somebody amazing, which you do now, how would you prepare for that? Me personally, I'm married, but let's say hypothetically I wasn't and I knew I was going to be meeting my husband or someone important about, maybe 7 months in the future. I would probably be, doing self-care, making sure I'm getting nature, scrubbing my feet, exfoliating, moisturizing. Maybe I change my hair, clean out my closet, create sacred space. I'd be maybe reading some books and finding some new stuff to fill my head with, keep working on my goals, and just be kind of getting excited, be getting ready for something important. It's like getting them ready for an important event. You're not just gonna like lounge around, not do anything, let your hair grow out all weird and like not wash your face and just like eat like crap and hole up. Like, it's kind of time to shake this energy of the depression and having to be in your cave off and start experimenting with getting out in the world a little bit. Take better care of your body, take better care of your emotional energy. And so this is where you're at. You're in a huge like self-care phase. So that's like, this is where you're at. You're getting ready to come out of your shell and you're heading towards like this period of a metaphoric but quite literal spring in your life where you're going to be like the social butterfly. So yes, you're going to be meeting somebody new, and it might not literally be 6 or 7 months from now. Maybe that's when you start meeting new people, or you start feeling like you want to bust out of your shell. Okay, but look, it does say you're going to be getting to know somebody new, revealing your innermost self. I think you're going to start identifying with yourself a little bit differently as you move forward. Like, you're not going to identify so much with this pain and with this heartbreak and everything you've healed from. I think right now, these next couple of months are going to be about you figuring out who you are outside of all of this. So, who are you now? Now that you've shed all of that and you've shed the old identity, who are you now? And that can be scary. Like, this is an interesting transition period in your life because you are not who you were anymore, but you don't know who you are yet. And so there's this fresh slate, there's this blank canvas upon which you can build who you are. And so that's kind of what you have to figure out. I know it's like, sounds very meta, but who you are a lot of times is really dictated by your choices, by your actions, and by the energy that you express. So you're being asked to really tune and tap into yourself more authentically to make every moment of your life a more authentic expression of yourself. And so there is no wrong way to be you, by the way. So this isn't about being perfect. So there's definitely somebody coming in. New love, getting to know each other, you're ready. And it's time to stop telling that old story of I've been single for many years, I've went through this heartbreak, I went through this past. It's time to stop telling the old story, and it's time to start telling a new one. So that's the question for you. Who are you now? Who are you gonna be? How can you create that? It's a world of possibilities. And your guides and angels and ancestors are on the other side right now celebrating for you so hard because of you've made the leap. Like, you've completed a cycle in your spiritual awakening, and you're revealing your true self now. First you need to come to know who that is, and then you can shine that and reflect that out into the world, and naturally in that process you'll attract this person. So I'm excited for you. Congrats on the ending of this old cycle and the beginning of something new. You've done an excellent job. Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to move on to the next person. So who's next?
I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
Okay.
I think it's Liana.
Okay. We'll read the question.
Liana.
Okay, so the next person is, we're unsure of how to pronounce it. It's Liana or maybe Liana.
Is there potential for development of a romantic relationship between me and my crush?
Okay, so you're wondering, is there a potential of a romantic relationship to develop between you and your crush? Okay, so we'll see. I don't want to crush you, but I will be honest. I'm not one of those readers that's just like, yes, everything's great and you'll be together with your crush. Pay me. I'm going to tell you the truth. So if you're ready for that, we'll look into it. If there is no possibility, then I can maybe point you in a direction of like where you can go next or what the possibilities are. All right, energy cleared. Yeah, we're going to the Wildwood deck. My Wildwood wants to speak to you. That's how you know the real tea wants to come out. Okay. Development between you and your crush. Okay. Challenge. Huh. Hmm. Huh. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm just like, this is complicated. A lot more complicated than I thought. Let me just pull one more card and then we'll get into it. Okay. So here's what I think the reason why I was having a hard time latching onto the answer at first was because this energy is very flighty, and I do think your crush is attracted to you, okay? But I'm not sure if you're gonna manifest the kind of relationship that you want with this person, okay? So let's just get all the tea out. So I do see that you've been hung on this person for a while, and it's not for no reason. They have flirted with you, they have kind of sent some energy your way. So this crush isn't just based off of nothing, just this person from out of nowhere that you like have this vibe for. There's a little bit of vibes coming back your way, okay? And this is such an interesting card to get in love because you know that the salmon, when they decide to have children basically and produce, they will swim all the way upstream to their little pools where they mate. And so it says that the salmon follows a very long, difficult journey, and they literally get beat by this waterfall and the water as they're going against the stream. They're going against it. Like, that's kind of how they get their pink color, is because their scales have been bloodied. It's kind of intense. It's kind of a crazy way to mate and reproduce. They will swim upstream. And to me, this is a symbol of resistance, of swimming against the stream, like trying to force something to happen, which is what we do a lot when we have a crush. We're just like, please be in love with me like I love you. We create this fantasy in our head. There's nothing wrong with having a crush. I have had so many crushes, and I still have a crush. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like my crush. He's my celebrity crush. Sorry, John. And so this is a challenge for you because this person is so much in your head and in your heart. You just really want to be with them. I think everyone can understand that. And you're at this point where you're feeling really lonely. I think right now you think everything you want can be provided to you by your crush, like as far as in love. But there could be another person out there who's meant to give you that love you're seeking. Because you really want something specific. You do want a romantic connection. You even use the word romantic. And I see a potential for something intimate with you and your crush, but I'm not sure if it's going to be romantic. You know what I'm saying? So this is interesting to see this card now. It's telling you don't resist where this energy is taking you. Just go with the flow. You are definitely feeling like crushed by your crush. This is the feeling of insecurity. Why are they sending energy my way, but why aren't they coming for me? Is there something wrong with me? Like the pressure of feeling like you need to be perfect so that your crush will notice you. It's all that stuff that happens when you get a crush. Feeling lonely, feeling kind of sad. You're trying to stay above it. You're trying to stay above it, but the crush is starting to take you down. And so this might be someone ultimately you have to release. This might be someone that will be hard because you're just so attracted to them. And this person is cute. I see that. I see that. But this says you deserve love. You deserve a relationship. And in fact, a relationship is coming your way. And that's what your energy wants to align with, is with this romantic relationship. Now, would your crush hook up with you? For sure. Would they like spend time with you and whisper sweet nothings in your ear and like spend a couple dates with you, yeah, but I feel like after that, it would just kind of wear off for them and they would move on to the next. And it's not personal to you. This person wants to manifest a whole different type of relationship than you do. So it's up to you. If you're just like, whatever, YOLO, hook up with your crush, have fun, but don't be surprised if they just kind of up and leave and ghost you or kind of just move on to the next person, because that's what they're up to lately. That's kind of what their vibe is about right now when in their dating life. I also wonder if this is somebody from work, somebody you met at work. But if for some, this could be an acknowledgement that this is a person you met at your job or you met at your work. Um, if not, if you're like, no, this person isn't from work, this could be telling you that this person might be. You'll meet them, like it could be a timing message of like you're gonna be in a relationship, you're gonna meet somebody new. It could be like a transfer, a new hire at your work, or maybe you get a new job, and that's where you meet them. Or it could be that this energy comes into your life aligned with some type of big shift at work. This could be a sign. Like it could be you get a promotion and like in the next week you go out to celebrate with your friends and like then you meet this person. It's like everything happening at once. It definitely is an energy of like big shifts. So you'll kind of be able to sense it. You're very psychic and very intuitive. You'll be able to sense this shift coming when this person wants to come in your life, okay? But this makes me think you might just end up releasing your crush because like this it's like the dude or like the person that just doesn't know how to handle emotions. And so you're like, "Oh, I'm so in love with you. Like let's be together." And they're just like, "This is awkward. I don't know what to do." But really they're the awkward one because they don't know how to be mature and like have emotions and connect with somebody, and like they're running away and they want to do is this and they don't want like this, you know? So maybe it's a hard message to hear, but your crush is attracted to you. They definitely want to hook up with you. They're feeling vibes for you, but they don't have that capacity to love as deeply as you. So you're being asked, do you just want something that's fun, that kind of might have an expiration date, or do you want something real and deep and meaningful? And what's cool about this message is it's not like you if you choose one, you can't have the other. You could totally just chill and hook up with your crush, have fun, whatever, and like let that energy kind of fade out naturally, and then you'll be on your way to this. Or if you just don't want to mess around with this, just hold out for it. These feelings will naturally wear off. You'll kind of put your crush more in perspective. You'll come back down to earth and you'll take your crush off the pedestal. You'll see what they really are and you'll naturally move on to this. Either way, you're not going to lose. This is a win-win situation because you have love coming in your life. You have an amazing connection coming in. So, yeah, I hope that helped you. I'm really excited for whoever this is. That seems like fun. Your energy is good. I don't see any blockages for you in love. I feel good vibes. I feel like you're not going to have any trouble attracting love. Just keep doing what you're doing. Peace out. All right. Who's next?
Courtney.
Is that what they want to be called? Okay, next is Courtney. What's up, Courtney? Courtney's question is...
Question about my sister who disowned me.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Never told me why.
Yeah.
The question is, why did she disown me? Does she love me?
Okay.
I have no way of knowing why she wouldn't give me, or even though it's an honest answer, it caused me a lot of pain.
Okay, so Courtney, you emailed me before this session to say that this is kind of love related, but it's not romantic love, and asked if you could ask this question anyways, and I said yes. So, I'm really sorry to hear about your sister. Your sister kind of like disowned you and stopped talking to you, was pretty much ghosted you, and she didn't give you or anyone else an answer about it. She's just not bothered, and you're wondering what the heck happened. So I'm going to see if I can get some energy. Obviously, this is very personal to your sister, and it could go so much deeper than what I even pull for you here today. And I am getting the message that this has everything to do with her and not necessarily a lot to do with you. It's like a very personal journey that she's on. But we'll just kind of see what's going on with your sister, how she's feeling about everything. Okay. So the first message I got was that this has a lot to do with like a family dynamic. It wasn't just you she didn't want to talk to. I feel like there could be some other people in the family she's cut herself off from or distanced herself from. But it does seem like the dynamic between you guys got a little toxic, you know? And I'm not going to say it's all your fault. I think a lot of it does have to do with potentially the way you guys were raised and just like generational stuff that got handed down. But she's like really, she became very aware of that. She became very aware. She felt like the relationship was dysfunctional and toxic, and she felt like she just needed to go out by herself to find who she is. Because she was very codependent with you. That's what I sense. She's very, and I'm saying like she was the one who was very codependent with you. And she did feel very competitive with you. And she felt at times a little smothered by you. But it takes two to tango. So a lot of this was the energy she was bringing to the relationship, the choices that she was making, how she was acting. So she just didn't like how she was being around you and maybe some other members of the family. So she decided she needs to pull away. And she feels bad. She doesn't know how to explain to you like about these dynamics. Like she really like honors the path that you're on. And honestly, she's going through a spiritual awakening, and I think you are too. I think everybody in the world kind of is right now after the last 6 months. But I really feel like she loves you and she respects your choices and how you want to live your life. But she doesn't want to try to change you. She knows it's not her responsibility to teach you or anyone else in the family anything. She knows her responsibility is just to herself. So she just needs space. She needs to be alone. And this is saying be true to yourself. Like she's realizing for some reason that the energy between you guys and maybe even her and some other people in the family was not making her be true to herself. So she was like, I need to take an action. And like I said, a lot of it had to do with herself. She was like looking in the mirror and like looking inside and outside herself and being like, I don't like who I am. I don't know what this is. So I think it's easiest to blame the people around you when you're feeling like that. So she projects that onto you. She projects a lot of what she like, how she's feeling like onto you. And maybe at first she blamed it on you, like because of how you are, you made her like this. But I think she's in the process of taking accountability and taking responsibility for her role in the dynamic and in the relationship as well. I just think she doesn't know how to fix it. She doesn't like she respects that you can be how you want to be, and she wants to respect herself. She just really, to her it's exhausting to try to come back and fix whatever this is because you guys have such different perspectives. The distorted feminine. She's worried that if she tried to bring these things up to you, that it would hurt your feelings. That I think she's also afraid that she doesn't know how your dynamic could be changed. Like it's gonna need a lot of work, like therapy and shit. And so she's kind of just like, well, I don't know how we're gonna work this out. It's gonna have to be some real therapy here. And also all the eyes. These are the other family members she's worried about that are gonna be dragged into the drama. She would be willing to just fix this between you and her, but she's actually worried that other people from the family will be dragged into it and that she doesn't feel safe because of that. Let's see what she would tell you right now if she could, okay? Mm. Her higher self is saying she needed to get space from you because she's getting ready to attract her twin flame. I know that sounds really weird, but she was very tempted to be very codependent with you, and it was creating a blockage for her in love. So she needed to just be completely alone. So I do sense that all of this is happening according to plan, even though it feels very hurtful. And it feels just like you've been very betrayed, and you're like, what, am I just like some awful person, like, you know? Don't worry, you're not. Outside of what she's saying and the vibes I'm getting here, I want you to know that, like, you're doing really well in your life right now. And whatever happened between you and her, whatever you said, whatever was done, I obviously you got to take responsibility for some of that, but I also feel like some of this is generational stuff that's been passed down. And you know how sisters can be, you know? Weird stuff happens in that dynamic sometimes, and you grow up so close, and there's a natural point where you do need to drift off and establish your separate lives. Maybe she just didn't know how to balance that and felt like it was all or nothing, so she just had to like completely cut that out and move on to do her own thing. So this is a card about how she needed to open herself up more to a twin flame connection or to a relationship. If she's in a relationship with someone, it could be a big deal. And it could be like she needs all her focus on that right now. So I think it's good for her and for you that you're getting this break. Um, she also has like a big opportunities financially with her abundance and establishing herself. I'm not sure if you guys got a lot of support from your family financially growing up, and I think she felt like she's like, I gotta bust out of here, I gotta get away, I gotta make a way for myself in my life, I need to have tunnel vision on this. Like, that's kind of what I'm hearing her say. And entanglements, yeah, she just really felt like something is off here in the family, I need to get away, I need to cut these cords, and I need to be safe. And so like she just had to cut it all out. And so yeah, it makes me wonder if one or both of your parents, I mean, we're going deep here, but it makes me wonder if one or both of your parents was abusive or narcissistic or toxic or alcoholic or something like that, or harsh, or if maybe she was the scapegoat of the family or something like that. Because it's possible that maybe she was treated differently than you growing up. She could be jealous, a little bit resentful, feel like things are a little unfair. Maybe you have a hard time seeing it because you just don't know what it's like to live in her shoes. And so a lot of this has to do with family dynamics. I don't think it's just you. It's easy for her to kind of pinpoint it on you because you're the understanding one. In a weird way, she's kind of scapegoating you back. So it's complicated, but just know you're not alone. I talk to people all the time, in this line of work that are going through things like this in their family. And, what I know about somebody who needs to pull away is that you need to respect her decision to do that and bow to her path. You can send her love and light from far away. And, search yourself for anything you might have said or done, or like the dynamics. Ask yourself, like, what inside of you wants to be healed, what wants to come up. And this can be a catalyst for healing, but of course it's painful. It's okay to mourn the loss of her. But there's a certain point where you do have to respect her wishes. So, you guys are part of the same soul family. If for some crazy reason you don't see her for the rest of this life, that will be really hard because I do sense how close you guys were. But I do see you guys, you will definitely see her on the other side in another life. Nothing ever ends. Relationships never end. There's this poem by Naira Wahid that says, "We return to each other in waves. This is how water loves." Like, you guys will come back together and you will make amends. If not in this life, then the next. I don't know how comforting that is, but just know that you played a very beautiful role in each other's lives. The love that you've shared, the connection you have, that echoes on into eternity, and nothing can change that, no matter what is going on right now. Respect your sister's journey and respect yourself and your emotions. It's okay to be angry at her, mad, confused. Maybe you'll never know why, 100%. But your sister seems to have been the one in the family who awakened first. She's like on a hardcore spiritual awakening path, and you are also awakening now. And this is an extraordinary awareness. That's a spiritual awakening message. So this is just part of her path. It's normal to go through a hermit phase when you're awakening. So honesty, growth, truth. Wow. What's important is what is your truth in all of this. You know, your sister has her own truth, but you're going to have your own truth too. What's important is your truth. So keep searching for your truth and know that you don't need to convince your sister of anything that's her truth. You know what your truth is. And this is forgiveness. This is telling you don't blame yourself, don't judge yourself. You don't have to forgive your sister and she doesn't have to forgive you. This card right here is telling you that you're worried that she doesn't forgive you or that she's holding a grudge against you. Like, let her be how she's going to be. Don't blame her. Don't judge her. Don't blame yourself. Don't judge you. Bow to her path and respect her choices. But more than anything, respect your choice and your path too. This is about learning how to have healthy boundaries. And she's trying to learn that. And so are you. So I hope that this message helped you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person.
Lena.
What?
Lena.
All right, Lena, what's up?
Can you take a peek in my love life in the next 3 months?
Okay, next 3 months for your love life, Lena. What's up? So we're gonna do, we're barely into October, so let's do October, November, December. And then, I don't know, you only asked for the next 3 months, but I kind of want to look into the beginning of 2021 as well, okay? So, October. Yeah, that's it. November. December. And then okay, 2021. Wow, there's a lot of activity going on here. What? Okay, here's what I see. Okay, so for this month, October, this is the butterfly, and maybe this is why you were guided to do this reading and asking specifically about the next 3 months, because no doubt there is a lot of energy going on around you. Maybe you've met a couple new people. This is the butterfly card talking about you're definitely in a butterfly phase. And when I say a butterfly phase, and we're talking about like love reading, butterfly phase, this means that you're feeling open to dating. You are taking action to meet new people, to expand your social circle, to date, maybe doing some online dating or something like that. This is the butterfly card about how you're like, you know what? I'm putting myself out there. So if anything, this is your guidance. If you want something to happen in your love life the next couple months, then you're going to have to focus on this. And this month is a really great month to plant the seeds for that. If you just stay in this month and you don't do much and you spend your time kind of dreaming and just doing the same shit, then that energy could affect the next couple months. So this is almost like an urge to you to like really take up in social invitations right now, plant some seeds, flirt, like prepare, because this is going to be a wild ride the next couple months. It's going to be awesome. So this says stay optimistic about your love life. Get your mindset primed and ready to get out there and date again. You're going to be taking a couple hits out there in the ring, but you're going to become the champion overall. So this says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Like attracts like. It's true. So what is the energy of love? It's fun, it's exciting, it's uplifting, it's youthful, it's optimistic, it's adventurous, it's spontaneous. So what activities and actions can you take this month in October that will put you in that energy? For me, hiking makes me feel fun and spontaneous and youthful and uplifted. Horseback riding makes me feel like that. Painting makes me feel like that. Tarot reading makes me feel like that. Cooking a nice meal, or actually watching my husband cook a nice meal and then eating it makes me feel like that. Going out on the town makes me feel like that. So, like, ask yourself, what makes you feel fun, uplifted, excited, youthful, optimistic? Maybe some homework for after this reading is to make a list of 30 things or 50 things, activities or things you can do, action you can take to align your energy with this. One thing a day to get yourself in that vibe. It doesn't mean that you can't be negative, have bad days, take time to rest, spend a weekend just chilling and watching Netflix or whatever. Um, doesn't mean you can't have a little bit of that, but it's a balance. So this is telling you to share your energy and start cultivating the energy of what it is that you want to get that vibe and that momentum going so you can draw what it is you want to you. It's like going fishing, putting like bait on your hook. What's your bait going to be? What vibe are you putting out that you're going to get reflected back to you? If you just put an empty hook down, chances are you might not get a bite. And so if you're not putting any energy out that's going to match what you want, you might not get what you want. And so this is saying naturally this month in October, you're probably just going to put out those vibes. You can make it a conscious decision or just kind of go with the flow, but you're the butterfly. You're spreading your wings to fly. Good energy here. This infinity symbol represents love. It definitely represents like a soulmate connection, the mystical way that lovers are kind of drawn together at the right place at the right time. So next we've got November, and this is the Son of Cups, and then we're also getting the Five of Wands, scattered energy and passion. So this is telling me that in November, it's possible that you're going on many dates or that you have a couple of options in love. And so that's kind of why it's a scattered energy, because it's a fun energy too. It's like, oh gosh, Friday I'm going out with this person, Saturday I'm going out with this person, and next Wednesday I'm gonna meet this person. Like it's a lot of dressing up. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of like, ooh, we'll see what happens, and opportunities coming your way. And it seems like there's even one person that really strikes your fancy, and before you know it, you guys are potentially hooking up or sharing a passionate kiss. It's a very romantic energy. But then here in December, we got the deception card. Whoever that person is that you might have gotten your hopes up about in November seems to be showing their true colors in December. So it's kind of like you win some, you lose some. Look at all of these reversals and then look at this deception card. Maybe this person was only interested in one thing, or maybe you just decided, that was fun, but I'm over it now. It kind of is like a message about, yeah, it seems like something sad kind of happens in December, to be honest. Can you prevent this? I don't know. I mean, you're just gonna have to see what happens. I think that it's really like you're gonna have to. This is a normal part of dating. Some people promise you the world and then they end up being kind of lame. Some people you really think are amazing, and then after 3 dates, you're like, actually, you're kind of weird. Never mind. Some people like they come in like hard and fast, and then they burn out and they ghost you just as fast. It just seems like something like that kind of happens, but I think the reason that I wanted to pull cards over here about the beginning of 2021 was because that's when I sense you really like connecting with somebody that's legit, okay? Because look, we've got this card, the Nine of Cups. This is a very good card. This is a symbol of new beginnings. And look, all of these cups are upright. They're empty, but they're ready to be filled. It's like something's coming in. This card here, back in November, all of these spilled cups. These could be all the dates you go on, or just this one person, like really draining your energy, but telling you don't worry because you've got something coming in, don't give up hope. Here you have the beginning of 2021, getting to know each other, getting deep with someone. It's like that emotional connection. It's like staying up all night on the phone until 4 a.m, talking connection. It's, you're closing out the restaurant, last people being seated. They're telling you we're closing now, you gotta go. And you didn't even realize, time's just passing by so fast because you're having such a fun time with this person. You're getting to know somebody new, and all the people that are around you, it makes me think you could be introduced to this person by a friend. Or look, this might be the energy of New Year's or the holidays. Maybe some type of holiday party or get together. Something could connect you with this person. If that's even a thing this year, because of the pandemic, let's just say it's going to be a thing this year. Let's manifest that, yeah? But for some reason, the energy of the holidays, the aftermath of that, like you're left with a new connection. And this is the Two of Wands, two people coming together. And I do think that the beginning of 2021, you might still have a bad taste in your mouth because of whatever happened here, but that'll disappear. And like by the time you meet this person, like it'll be out of your mind and you'll be moving forward. So overall, a little bit of ups and downs. We just took you on a little love journey. This is a strong potential. Some of this could happen a little differently than I mentioned. Like maybe it's stuff that's happening in your heart. Like maybe this is like the memory of an old ex coming back or something like that instead of it happening in your physical life. But I think it'll be interesting to see how this actually plays out for you. So circle back around, drop me a line, let me know, okay? Thank you so much for your support, and we're going to move on to the next person. First, I'm going to take some deep breaths. Ground myself. What's up to all of you guys who are just chilling and watching this for fun? Thanks for keeping me company and hanging out. I think it's fun to watch people do tarot readings too. Yeah, who's next?
Number 22.
Cat Lover 22. What's up?
What was the first? This looks like they're trying to ask talent savers.
Oh, check my email. We'll do the... Sorry, you guys. This person like sent me their question through email, so just give me a moment. Ooh. Can you guys hear the music? I'm not sure if you can, but it's like really relaxing.
That's about an ex of mine who I thought was the one but wasn't the one.
Okay.
Should I move on from my ex, create a better life? Will I find someone who supports my dreams rather than tearing them down?
Oh.
I got an intention of knowing my truth, so I'm making a good decision for myself.
Makes sense. Okay, so this is for who again?
Cat Lover 22.
All right. Cat Lover 22. Oh, Lucid, you said you can hear the music? Cool. Yeah, it's relaxing. John, my husband, actually wrote it. It's like very vibey, chill. Okay, so Cat Lover 22. You know, it sucks. Like your ex basically turned out to not be the one. And you're wondering, should you really just let go of them? And you want to move on and attract a new love. So let's see what's going on with you and your ex. What was the next question?
Oh, should I move on or not? Will I find somebody who will
Okay.
support my dreams?
Yeah, and you're also wondering if you'll find somebody who will support your dreams instead of tearing them down. So I see how hard this is for you because, I mean, yeah, if your ex tore your dreams down, you should definitely walk away from that connection, in my personal opinion. We'll definitely see what the cards have to say. But the first thing that the tarot is saying is, you know, it's hard because you have really strong romantic feelings for them still. Even though their energy was a little chaotic, there definitely was a strong romantic vibe there. You guys had a very deep connection. I don't think that they were like a total jerk. Like, there was a lot of good things to this person, a lot of good aspects to them. And so it's very, very difficult for you to move on. And this was very fresh. And I do sense an on and off again energy or like a slight potential. Like if you wanted to go back to that, you could. So I see what you mean about should I move on, because things could be a little in between right now. We're undefined. And you might even be feeling their energy trying to come back to you. And that's what I sense. I sense that they're going to try to get back with you, or they already have tried to get back with you. So there's a part of you that's like trying to see the potential here. And you love them so much. That's what's hard, is like you are so in love with this person and you do feel very rejected because you're realizing that they don't love you the same way back. That's what's so frustrating about this, is that they do love you, but their kind of love is a different kind of love. And you want a relationship that's a lot more serious. I feel like your ex said something to you that was kind of like, let's just see how it goes, or I'm not looking for something serious right now, or let's just have fun, or let's just like hang out, or like they said something like that to you, where they're basically just trying to keep you on the shelf. So you're like, if I want to be intimate with this person, if I want to be romantic, I can continue this connection. But there's another side of you that's saying, no, I don't want someone who just like, I don't want to just have part of someone. I want to have all of someone. I want someone to have all of me. So you're definitely being given a choice. You're being like, there's a crossroads here. Do you want to stay in this karmic entanglement, or do you want to move on and attract true love, attract a soulmate? So, oh my gosh. What the heck? This says you deserve love, and the arrow is pointing at a new love. Your question was answered so specifically that it's almost creeping me out. Like, what they're saying is, you know what? You deserve love. Turn your sights and turn your attention to the idea of someone new. So, in essence, your question, should you let go of your ex? I don't know. I think so. I mean, these cards are pretty obvious. So I think this is sweet. There's sympathy coming and empathy coming to you from the other side about the deep feelings you hold for this person. But know the energy they're bringing back to you, you're worth more than that. You deserve true love. You are truly lovable. You're worthy. And there is actually a new person who will come in your life, who wants to come in your life. But obviously, in order to connect with this person, you're going to need to let go of your ex. So this is what's hard, is risking being alone. Because if you decide to go off alone and hold out for this person, a true love, a true connection, what you're truly worthy and deserving of, if you choose to walk that path, it will be a lonely path for a while. And at any moment, you can pretty much just snap your fingers and go back with your ex. If you're lonely, if you feel like you need love or comfort, but just know that it's not true. This isn't as true as this over here. So it's a big risk to just go off alone. To just go off alone and risk that loneliness when you could easily have someone there to caress you and to hold you. But do you want to be caressed and held by someone who's only half there and half present with you and half in love with you? Or do you want to wait and be alone for a while and then have the whole thing, the real thing? I think the real thing is worth it for you. Honestly, you and your ex have just outgrown each other. There was a time where this was an even, equal, reciprocated, respectful relationship, and then actions were taken, choices were made, mainly on the part of your ex. And this energy it's vibrating out of your reality now. The soul contract is up. This relationship has run its course. That's what I sense. So, is there somebody out there who can support you and your dreams? Because that's what's really important, is that if you tell somebody about your dreams and about your ideas, that they believe in you, that they, might even want to help you, that they are on board with you, that they make your life easier so that you can do those things, that they don't get in the way. So we're already seeing signs that there's someone like that out there. And in a way, you've already asked for it. You've already asked for it, and so it shall be. You've already manifested it. I think the last step you need to take is just shutting the door on your ex, locking that door with a key, and then throwing the key away somewhere where you can't find it. This is a metaphor, obviously, but you will be tempted to go back. And this is telling you, get away. It's like across the waters, like you need to get away. So this might even mean like block your ex, delete them, make it difficult for them to get a hold of you. It might even mean like get physically away, like move away. I don't think you need to like change your whole life just because of like one person. You don't, running away and all that, but it could be like if you already wanted to move, if you already had some plans, maybe this is your last kick in the butt to get you to take that leap and just get out of there. I call it burning the ship. Whenever people would go on a ship to explore a new land and make a new home there, there's this thing they would do where they would burn the ship so they weren't tempted to go back, so that they would have to like learn how to survive in this new place. And so that's you. You need to burn the ship. You need to like delete, block, get away from your ex. And so that you can, it's like get far away across the waters so that you can leave them behind. I also think this says across the waters, like emotionally, because water symbolizes emotion. Emotionally, as time passes, you'll be able to put your ex in perspective. At a certain point you'll look back and you'll laugh. You'll be like, I don't know what I ever saw in that person. I mean, you'll respect that person as an important part of your life, but it's kind of funny how your feelings can change about someone the more you get space and distance. There's a weird vortex that our exes can put us in sometimes when we're too close to that energy. Get some space from it, get some more time to reflect, and I think you're going to be putting it in perspective, okay? So there's definitely somebody out there for you. You need time though. Cause yeah, this says at least a year. I'm not sure. You might date a little bit over the next year, so don't think your love life is gonna be completely dead. But I don't see this person, this true deep love coming in for at least a year for you. So that's what you know you're up against now. Can you risk being alone for at least a year? Even though it's tempting and your ex could easily pull up on you anytime. So I think it's worth it. You're definitely going to find somebody like that, and you're being supported in that direction. So Lucid says that vortex is real. Uh-huh. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. I'm excited for you and your journey and your new love that you're going to find on your path. And I'll see you next time. So, you guys, it is time for my first break. I'm going to stretch a little bit, light some incense, shuffle my cards a little bit, drink some water, take some deep breaths, and then I will be back to do the next round of readings. So if you are up next, don't go anywhere too soon. Make sure that you click into part 3 of this session, and I will see you soon.